Welcome back to another video. Let us solve a more complicated problem, a next level problem. In my previous video, we have solved a problem where a number is missing from an array. Just a recap a bit. So now if you see that we have an array and one number is missing, which is 3, and the length of the array is 4. So the easiest way is to calculate the sum of the array and then subtract it to the length of the array, which will give us the missing number. So it's quite simple, very straightforward, beginner level. We have an array, just sum it and minus it by, subtract it by the length of the array we will have. So 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, 7 minus 4, which is 3. So missing number is 3. Okay. Now the advanced level is if two numbers are missing. Now we have taken another array, and if you see the length is 10. So now let us define int n equals to 10. Okay, and the length is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So now what we will do is we will remove our number 3. Number 1 is missing, and we know that how we are going to find the if one number is missing. Now let us also remove one more number. So the missing numbers are 3 and 7. Now how are we going to solve this? The similar logic will not is applicable. This can only find us one number. Now we have two numbers missing, so the whole level is changed. So now you cannot solve this using, you can solve it using programming, but this is purely on math basis. This is pure math. So now before solving this, and this is something you need to practice it. You cannot solve it by your common sense. You need to know the knowledge of math, and you need to know the formula. So quickly write down what all equations we need, math equation we need to solve this problem. Okay, so the first equation we need is x plus y equals to sum difference. The second equation we need is x square plus y square. So we will represent it as x square plus y square sum square difference. Now we need third equation, which is x plus y power 2 equals to, you know this, we have studied in our classes, x square. Now tell us y square plus 2xy. This is our third equation, and the fourth equation is our quadratic equation, which is x square minus x plus y x plus x y equals to 0. This is our quadratic equation. Write it down, QUA DRA quadratic equation. Okay. So using these four only we are able to solve this problem. You can find both x and y, considering x and y is our missing number. Why we are needing this? Because x plus y will get the value, x square plus y square will get the value, then using the third equation we'll get xy, and placing all these values in here, x square, x plus y and xy, we will be getting our x and then we will be getting our y. Simple. Understand? Okay, Now let us jump in our coding and solve this. How to achieve this in? So first, what are we going to do is we will write our logic expected sum, meaning to say we need to get the sum of our array. So sum to get the sum is logic is simple, n plus 1 n plus 1 divided by 2. Why we are getting this error? The reason we are getting this error because we haven't created our method. Okay, and we are doing it well. We cannot do right like Java code like this. So we need to create our method, and then we need to write this logic in our method. So what will our method be? Public static teacher array find missing numbers. We will pass our value, we will pass our array, and then we will pass our length of the array. For now we'll just return null. Okay, perfect. So we have our logic in here, n multiplied by n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay. So now what will be the logic for sum? Expected sum square, which will be n multiplied by n plus 1 multiplied by 2 n plus 1 divided by 6. This is the formula. Now what are we going to do is we are going to calculate the sum of our array. We need to calculate the sum of array and then we need to square of the sum of the array. So now what we are going to do is we are going to calculate the actual sum, which is, and here what are we going to do? We are not going to use for loop here. We are going to stream array dot stream array dot sum. Perfect. So we will have our sum. So we will passing this array and we are calculating our sum. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the sum of the square. Actual sum square should be again. We will open our array start stream array stream, then array dot map num equal to n num multiplied by num x square dot, again we will sum it. Simple. Why we are doing this? Because we need to calculate the sum of the square also, x square plus y square. So this is the formula. We can also use for loop. You can also use for loop to do the sum, and you can also use for loop to square it and then sum it. Okay, this is an array stream. We have Java 8. In Java 8 they have introduced the stream method, which is very useful in terms of writing a simple for loop code in one liner. So now what are we going to do is we have both the sum. Now we are going to solve our this equation. X plus y is equal to x plus y square is equal to x square plus y square is equal to 2xy, which will give us xy. We need this xy. The reason we need this xy because we need this xy value in here. Okay, we have x plus y, we have x y, then we'll have able to solve this problem. So now what are we going to do is we will use in some difference. We will calculate some difference first. Expected result, actual sum. Yeah, I think yes. So we need to subtract expected sum minus actual sum. Okay, and then we are going to sum difference square. We'll keep it short. Then expected sum square minus actual sum square. Okay, so this is maybe right also, x plus y, and this will give us x power 2 plus y power 2. Okay, and yeah, this will give us x plus y. I mean, this value, this sum difference is this value x plus y, and then sub difference square is value x square plus y square. Yeah, this is correct. Now once we have the difference, we need to let us write this equation and see how are we going to solve it. So we have x plus square. Okay, we have this thing. Teacher sum diff square. This is different, huh? Sum square dividing. Sum square diff. Okay, and then we need to store the value is sum difference plus sum difference x square. Sum difference x square or y square. I think sum difference multiplied by sum difference. Correct? So this is give me x plus y square. X plus y power 2. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to find the x, y, which will be sum square difference minus sum difference square. Okay, and now divide by 2. I hope it is correct, because yeah, you know, when we are going to run it, we'll have our answer. But yeah, x is square y square. Okay, correct. X square y square, and divide by 2 is correct. Yeah, correct, right? Because okay, because you know, right, we need to, for example, means we have this value x plus y square. Okay, which is some difference minus and xy divided by 2. Some difference means technically this value will come here. Some difference minus, yeah, it is correct. So which formula will become xy equals to, we'll have x plus y. Okay, and then we have power 2, which minus x power 2, then plus y power 2. See, a lot of math is here. Now divide by 2. Yeah, this will give us this value, which is our third equation. This will give us x multiplied by y. Now we can solve the quadratic equation. Now we can solve over this equation, fourth equation. Solving our fourth equation will give us the value. So value is difference equals to, we need to pass it. Because math dot square sum difference multiplied by sum difference minus 4 multiplied by x1. Okay, now we have our int x equals to sum difference plus difference divide by 2, and then once we have our x, we have our y. I think we need sum difference minus x. When we get our x, we can get our y. That is quite simple. Now we are going to return our both the values int new integer. Both are we are going to return our array values x, y. Now let us see whether it is working or not. I hope you are understanding. We are just solving these equations. We need to know these equations, and we have solved this in our maths in school. Now let us run it and see whether we are getting the right value or not. We run this program. Okay, something is wrong. Yeah. Okay, yeah, because we have written our method, but we haven't called our method. So we need to call our method and we need to pass the value. So now what are we going to do is integer array and result equals to find missing number. We need to pass our array, and then we need to pass our length, and then we need to print our the missing number r. We need to print our result. Okay, let us run. Yeah, a bit silly mistake I have done. See, sometimes when you are solving a problem, you also forget what you need to write. Okay, yeah, now it is correct. The missing number are this and this. Perfect. So now our missing number is 7 and 3. Perfect. So you can see that missing number is 1, 2, 3 is not here, and then 7 is not here. Now let us also test whether it is actually working or not. Just put 3 back and then remove our 2. And let 7 be, or maybe let us add 7. Let us add 7 back and then remove our 8 and see whether it will print the 2 and 8. It should print 2 and 8. Perfect. So now I saw that a user has write on the comment that if 2 numbers are missing. Yeah, so you see right that when one number is missing, it's quite simple to solve. Only one formula you need, which is the first formula. Okay, x plus y equals to calculate the sum difference. Now when it comes to missing 2 numbers, you see how many formula we need to write. 3 extra formula. So the complexity is increased 3/4, I would say, because you need to know 3 equations. If you don't know any of the equations, then it's quite hard for you to solve the problem. Yeah, you know that how to solve it, but without knowing these equations, it's quite difficult for anyone to solve the problem. That's what problem solving is. That's why we have maths in our school and colleges, how to solve a problem. I hope this is clear and video is becoming quite long. If you have watched this video till now, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.